Welcome back to Runner's Garden. I'm Jay and I make videos about traditional Chinese characters in alphabetical order in the Pinyin romanization system. I'm sitting in the car today. My wife is in Xiaobei Baihuo buying a broom. Let's review. In my last video, I did chou in 4 tones. This one means to take out or draw out. Get ready to pause the next frame. See if you can recall any of these 5 chou, second tone. On the left, the person radical ren and zhou, the number 9, together mean enemy or hatred. The second character with fall or autumn over heart tends to mean worried. Chou in the middle of your screen is the wine jar radical with zhou. Appears in a bunch of compound terms meaning reward or payment. The fourth chou has the silk radical on the left and zhou, which means weak, and a lot of other things. The whole character together means silk or satin. Rewatch that video that I posted about this sound form above and see 5 seconds of my guitar playing. And the chou with the bamboo radical on your extreme right means plan or prepare. That was probably the toughest character last week. Without the bamboo radical on the top, shou means long life. Here is an insurance company with the character guo tai ren shou. This unhappy clown hit the wrong button when he was trying to do video. Third tone chou, clown. This other third tone chou would also be the clown character if it were simplified. But in traditional, we have the wine jar radical and the ghost. It means ugly. The final review character is chou, fourth tone, stinky, woo! It's the self component plus the dog component. Today's video is chou, 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 and chou, all 4 tones. First tone, chou, chou, exit or to go out. Chu man, to go out the door. We have opposites jinkou and chukou. Jinkou is import. Chukou is export. Chukou also means the actual exit of a building. So you're going to see this all the time. Chu se, outstanding. Chu sheng, to be born. The baby is coming out. Did you notice those were all minimal stroke combinations? I got more for you. 出席, to attend a meeting. I think I gotta get comfortable. You're familiar with mountain characters? It looks like a mountain on top of another mountain, but the vertical stroke does connect the two. I don't think stroke orders are always set in stone. It's basically top to bottom, left to right. I've seen in my 3000 dictionary that you start like this for chou, and then with pleco, it's this first before this. Chu ban, publish. And we've had ban before. Check out the video above. The publisher of this book, or the Chubanshe, is the Far East Book Company Limited. 出事, accident. I like to spread the characters that I go over into a video with a general theme. My wife and I run language schools in Zhanghua County, Taiwan, and we've just opened a new branch. We're on the final stages of doing so. So we've taken some stuff that we've had for years and from various sources, and we're trying to rehab those things and make them look new and put them in the new school. We've also built a gym, so to speak, on the top floor where kids can run around and play, and really excited about the pickleball. Another first tone, chou. One meaning is at the initial stages or early. For example, 12月初 is at the beginning of December. It also means basic. If you have a basic level of Go, I don't know if you can beat this robot. 初级 is basic. So for example, 初级英检 is the basic level of the GEPT, the General English Proficiency Test here in Taiwan. It's recognized by the Ministry of Education. At our schools, we're trying to get all the kids to pass that before they go on to the middle level and high intermediate level. If they pass, they get their name on a poster. It's good advertising. 初级 basic. Oops, the right side got a little big. Inverted clothing radical. I always think of the clothing radical as a woman in a dress. She's facing right. The top stroke is her head. Then she has a cape and a bow also facing right. And knife. We're talking like a proper butcher's cleaver. The knife radical is pronounced dao. Take a look at that again. It means at the beginning, first, original, and it also could be a surname. 7 strokes, and it's the same in simplified. First tone, chou. We are repurposing.
My dad is helping. And this is the table that we want to use.
Very rusty here. We'll have to repaint.
We ripped that, but luckily we can undo this, get new foam and also the new skin. 这个是搬来的台面，但是必须要修剪。
Bar seating, but it has to be cut.
哇，刚刚好可以进去，好高兴。
She's happy.
再来就是这些了。
Next are these few things.
没有了，谢谢。
Second tone, 除非 is unless. 除非你跟我去，我才去。I'll go only if you go with me. Or I won't go unless you go with me. 除了什么什么以外 means besides this or except. 4.
除了拆卸之外，我们还要把它们重新组装起来。
Besides taking things apart, we also have to put them back together. I should have brought my drill. The frame. Chou has a fu and a yu. Notice that chou on the right side component has a ren or person radical, and don't confuse it with the right side character there. That's ji. It's a simplified form of a character that means border or edge. 除夕 Lunar New Year's Eve, and this is a takeout menu.
This is not a match. 为什么贴这个颜色的皮？要贴白色的皮。
Has to be clean, but this is rehabbed. A little elbow grease. We get from that to this, and I can make this a little better. Besides front desks, another place you see countertops is in kitchens. No, this is not in the new school. Another second tone 厨 is this one, as in 厨房.
厨师
A cook. You probably don't want to see my kitchen waste. 厨余. I am told this goes to feed the pigs. We'll start with the simplified. I asked AI to give me a suggestion of a mnemonic to remember how to write kitchen, and it came up with the cliff radical, primitive kitchen. That makes the best beans because we have the bean character in a 3-inch pan. So we have chun to the lower right side of the character. So beans that are made in a kitchen in a 3-inch pan. The beans are cooked so well that you don't have to chew them. Get it? That's from pandanese.com. Well, we're not done yet because the traditional has, instead of the cliff radical, it's a shack radical, just an extra little din on the top. And then instead of the bean is the drum, and that's made up of the radical shi, which is the scholar soldier component there over what I was calling the bean before. Next to 寸, the inch, also could be calipers. 厨具, kitchen implements. If we add the wood radical in front of all that, it's still second tone chou and means cabinets or cabinetry. Cabinetry. With the wood radical. Get it? Tree. 橱柜. 橱柜, cupboard. 衣橱. 衣橱 is your wardrobe or closet for clothes. I promised last time that I was going to take you guys to a new Sliver of Sky area. Kind of angled off, and it's only 3 characters and real tiny, so I can see that we would miss that. And up there you say there's road damage. Hi, say. 你好.
20 minutes up.
No, I'd rather check this out.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was from the August heavy
I
rains.
August, I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe September.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
And we're on the, where are we? Hushanyan area. And there's another couple of trails you can do off to the side, which are relatively new. Yeah, we're dropping in quite steeply here. I just can never have enough of these videos with the elephant ear leaves. There's some banana trees.
There's a sink.
Yeah. Yeah, you never know what you'll find. Sometimes there's toilets. That's a bunch.
Where? Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Come back here in a month or so, you have yourself
A feast. So now it's legit trail.
Oh, wow, cool. Keep going for a few more minutes.
Yeah, let's see if we get to another sliver.
That was not a sliver.
No, that was...
Oh, it's paved again. There's something moving up there.
Do you think it's a monkey? Could be a bird.
I don't think it's a monkey. Yeah, this is kind of a canyon.
Yeah.
This is it. This must be it.
This must be it. It's canyon-y, canyon-ish. I'm glad you're here to protect me.
You're the one who's got the stick. You better do the protecting. You bet I didn't know about this in my old running days.
You would have done this as a trail run.
Would have been an interesting move.
We must be close to the temples. Kind of bushwhacking here. Malaysian Heron. Right in the middle of your screen, guys. 86 centimeter wingspan. Xiantian is when you have cliffs on both sides and you can see a sliver of sky. This one wasn't as good as last time. Check out that video up here. But you saw that massive bird, the Malaysian Heron. I do have a bird character for you. Young birdling. Birdling or nestling. Or inexperienced person. It's also second tone chou. It can also be used in a flower name. A daisy is 雏菊.
You're a daisy if you do.
雏妓, a young prostitute. 雏形, embryo. 雏鸟, a young bird. Literary. The left side component is hay or fodder for animals. It's replicated twice on top of each other, and they kind of look like pitchforks to me. The whole left side by itself is also pronounced chu, second tone. The right side, dray, is a short-tailed bird. On the right, you can see the simplified. It substitutes the left side hay for pig snout. Wrapping stairs. I'm not the best at wrapping Christmas presents either. Well, 出去. I'm kind of excited. Today is a big move day. This is our 13th different location for Rehab in Zhanghua. It's not that we have 13 locations now. It's just that over the years we've had locations in other cities, and you know, we open, we close, we move around. This one is the first one that we built from the ground up. It's on rented government land, 20-year lease. Brand new building, so we gotta put stuff in it. Shameless plug for our language schools there. This second tone chu can also be pronounced chu. 储存 is to store something as a verb. For example, store something in your computer. 储存. 王储 is the crown prince, for example, in the UK or Japan. Create this character by starting on the left with ren, or the person radical. In the middle, we have yen, words coming up from a mouth. On the right is a super common component, meaning that which, or he or she, who. 这. 17 strokes in traditional, and in simplified, the yen, or spoken radical, is replaced by what I see as a lowercase cursive I. It makes sense to save a person's words on a computer, and a crown prince is a person whose words are listened to. Sometimes this third tone chou can also be pronounced chu. Chu is a place. It has a lot of meanings. It can be situated in or be in a situation. 到处, everywhere. 到处都有 means this item is everywhere. Another use is to get along with. 他们相处得很好 means they all get along with each other. Another meaning is handle or deal with. 处理, for example, 处理问题, deal with a problem. And finally, to punish. 处罚, punish. Or in a legal sense of fines or jail. It's comprised of hu, tiger radical, and chou, or chu. To me, this looks like a cross-section of a sink. This will be your countertop. That's your faucet and the spigot. Chi means 7. And that looks like the piping. Pu is the tap or rap radical. That's G, small table. I do have a small table under my sink, but it's more like a step stool. Third tone chu, as in qing chu, means very clear or understood. Qing chu. Third tone chu, we have a forest, which is made up of two trees, and pi, which is a bolt of cloth, which can also be pronounced shu, meaning foot. For our purposes, I think the foot is a better one for us to remember walking out of a forest into a clearing. Thus the meaning clear. 看得很清楚. You can see it very clearly. Put the stone radical out front, and you can get 基础, foundation or base. Just as in English, this can be in a physical or abstract sense. In our schools, 基础班 is the lowest level, like ABC 1, 2, 3. Just went to the hardware store. I got a really cool looking clock for our gym, spray adhesive remover, and in my pocket, got some spray paint and a Red Bull. Oh, and got 2 different kinds of sandpaper. I can shake the paint as I walk. Did I mention screws? I also got screws for the ping pong table. I like it. And we have a fourth tone, chu. Touch or contact. 接触不良 means that wires are not connecting properly, like an incomplete circuit. That's often happening with electronics, right? 接触不良. The power is not going where it's supposed to be going. 触电, that means to get an electric shock. By the way, our AC guy, it happened to him and it was bad. But he survived. Cool guy. Why did the electrician break up with his girlfriend? Because the current situation wasn't going so well. 触角 are antenna for insects. 触觉 is your sense of touch. This side means corner or angle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This Kangxi radical is wang, net. Maybe you recognize chong, insect, from a previous video. Check it out one more time. Chu, fourth tone, touch or contact. That was 11 characters. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Runner's Garden signing off. That looks better. So the matching bench is not gonna go here. It's gonna go over here. I guess we'll put the ping pong table there. Gotta protect the ladder so kids don't climb up there. Need something to stop this door from banging into the wall. I'm thinking maybe the clock goes up there because kids are gonna be playing basketball on the other side. Now it doesn't look that big. Okay, that's temporary.
Here we go.
Okay, I think we'll do this upside down. Ping pong 桌4楼. Yeah, it's up here. That was a beast.